Are you using AI to write your emails for you? If you are, there's a risk that your email sounds just like everybody else in sales who's using AI for those purposes. Look, if you're in sales, the reality is AI is a great productivity tool, but it doesn't replace you unless you want it to. I've got lots of clients who have tested AI in all sorts of ways, from writing presentations for them to writing emails for them. There's a big problem with that, in that that's what many people are doing. It's kind of the lazy way of using AI. I want to suggest to you that top performers are actually using AI to help them be more productive, which results in them taking their expertise and being able to apply it to more prospects, which of course leads to more sales. Hi, I'm Shawn Casemore. I help you learn how to become a top performing sales professional so that you can earn more money in less time. That sounds good to you? Make sure you click that subscribe button, click the like button on this video if you enjoy it. Now, there are 5 ways that you can use AI as a way to increase your productivity. And I'm not here pitching some sort of specific AI software. All of this is going to be, I would suggest, over the counter AI that you're probably already using, namely ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, Gemini. Okay. Now, there are other designed platforms that you can dive into, of course, but I want to just keep this simple. If you want to be productive, the AI that's already in front of you can help you do so without you having to invest in some big platform. So let's get started. The first thing I want to suggest is this. When it comes to using AI, you want to use it as a way to test things. So if you're sending off a message in LinkedIn, the way I often suggest, if you're just doing a connection request, there's no sense giving that introductory message, because studies have found that it really makes not much of a difference at all whether somebody connects with you or not. But if you're sending a message on LinkedIn, you might want to test the subject in AI. Say, hey, here's a subject I'm thinking. Here's the title of the person I'm trying to connect with. What are you thinking? Could you give me some ideas to improve it? Right? AI is like that partner, right? That sales team member sitting next to you that you can bounce ideas off. You're not going to take everything they say verbatim, but the back and forth allows you to get more creative. So you can use it to test email subjects. You can use it to test subject lines in LinkedIn. You can use it to test opening lines on your cold calls, because it will give you other suggestions. And you don't have to take it verbatim, but what will often happen is you'll hear what it suggests, and that will help you improve what you are about to do. So use it as that partner to test out subject lines, opening lines, introductory lines, connection lines, and you'll find you've got a lot better opportunities to make contacts because you won't be stuck in the way you've always done things. And that can, of course, help you generate more opportunities, more leads, and ultimately be more productive. Now, let's dive into one that's a little more tactical. You can actually use AI to come up with some good discovery questions specific to a prospect's industry. So if you're going to be connected with a prospect, let's assume for a moment you work with manufacturers. You're selling commercial insurance to manufacturers. You might have a lot of experience there. You know what to expect. But all of a sudden, you get a call from a machine shop, or you get a call from a retailer, and you're like, wow, I haven't dealt with many of these. I wonder what their world's like. Well, again, you can go onto these common platforms and say, hey, what are some of the challenges specific to what I'm selling? And then you would tell it commercial insurance for a retailer in this area or this part of the country, et cetera, right? So you can be as specific as you want, but you can really use it to help you gain access to some specific discovery questions for an industry, a sector, or a location that you might not be as familiar with. And of course, that's going to speed up your your preparation time for that meeting or call, and it's going to increase the chances that you'll have a better conversation. So helping you be more productive, speeding up your productivity, allowing you to get on to the next prospect, and of course become a little bit of an expert in this new area along the way. Additionally, you can use AI if you do travel. So some of you are going to be working from a desk and doing most of your selling online or virtually. Some of you are going to be on the road all of the time, and some of you are going to be a hybrid of the two. If you travel, AI can be a great companion. One of the things I used to struggle with in my travels is trying to figure out what airport do I fly into, what flights exist at what time, so I can kind of plan my travels accordingly. AI can do all that for you. Now, it's not necessarily going to be the booking tool for you. And if you've got a travel agent, that might make things better. Although personal experience, don't expect a travel agent to know exactly where you're visiting or going to, because that's not always going to be the case. Ultimately, what you want is some sort of method to help you organize your travels, and AI can be a great tool to do that. Now, if you've read any of my books, especially the recent one or my most recent, The Unstoppable Sales Prospecting System, then you've heard me talk about value assets. Value assets are those things that your prospects would find interesting and useful, and you use them in your initial outreach with prospects as a way to prompt them to want to connect with you. Now, without diving into the process there, I want to suggest that coming up with value assets can sometimes be a challenge. And don't necessarily think of the materials that marketing creates for you. I'm not talking about a call sheet or a one sheet or some sort of promo sheet with logos on it. What I'm talking about are specific things that your prospect would find interesting that they're not something you would tell them, it's something you could share with them. So it might be a series of testimonials on a nice piece of paper. It might be a mini case study of a recent client situation that they would find relevant. It could be a report that your company produced that there's a subsection you wanted to just take out and share as a separate document. AI can help you easily and quickly create all of those things. So, as a sales professional, you don't need to rely on marketing anymore, or as much, I should say. You can do some of this on your own. Now, here's the warning to you: some companies have very strict rules against using AI for this purpose. So, I leave this to your discretion. But if you need to take some information that you have and turn it into something that your prospect would find useful or helpful, AI can be a great way to do that. There's another way to consider using AI to help you be more productive rather than wait for the right time to create something or wait for somebody else to create it for you. But again, best done coordinated through your marketing department if you have one, so that you can make sure you're aligned from a brand perspective and you're not sharing information that you shouldn't be. Okay, so there's your heads up. But again, a great way to do so. You also want to consider using AI ultimately as some sort of way to help you organize and prioritize your day. So we've talked about creating lists in the past and prioritizing. And I find a lot of sales professionals have lists upon lists upon lists. They've got lists in their phone, they've got lists in their laptop, they got sticky notes, they've got a book, and all these different lists. And they're constantly trying to prioritize what's most important. AI can help you do that. You can simply take those lists, upload them, and as long as you give it the basic criteria, such as prospect efforts, prospect tasks are most important, client or customer work is second most important, etc. Give it some basic rules, it will reprioritize, and then remember the rules you gave it such that it will continue to reprioritize as you add new things. So it's a way for you not to have to sit down and say, okay, let me pull out these lists, put them together and prioritize them. AI can handle all of that for you. And that's really, I think, one of the most important ways that you can use AI, because let's be honest, if you're in sales, you've got a lot going on. Staying on top of that and managing your time can become very tricky. So one of the ways to manage your time is to stay on top of things is to have it captured somewhere, but constantly reassessing and reprioritizing becomes a challenge. Any of these common AI tools, Claude, Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., can do all this for you. And the more it learns about you and how you prioritize things, the more it will handle this as a task. So really my intent with this video is to suggest that, yeah, there's lots of AI that is emerging every single day, and it's already being used in a lot of great platforms. But I want to suggest that you can use a lot of common over the shelf type products, such as ChatGPT, Claude, you've heard me say this multiple times, in order to help you be more productive in your day. And in fact, if you're not using them already, I would suggest you're behind your competition. So, a couple things for you. As a next step, make sure you watch this video here. You'll learn a few more selling strategies that I think you're going to find helpful when it comes to closing more opportunities. Also, if you've got a common tool you like to use, this is not a chance to pitch your AI software, but you've got a common tool you like to use, make sure you comment down below with what it is so it can help others in the sales professional be more productive. Last but not least, let's get out there. Let's go make something happen. Let's go sell something. All right. Look forward to seeing you again soon. We'll talk to you next time. Take care.